is the sound of thunder. Lives up to their name as they rocket down that front straightaway. Looking back here for the second wave for the next gen Superbikes. The white board's up, the sideways, and the green flag waves. This is look like a 502. John Burton in the jump of the field here for the next gen Superbikes as that field thunders away. Meanwhile, the sound of thunder one bikes all the way over into turn number 2, into turn number 3. Three-rider breakaway up front as they're trying to figure out who's going to lead and who's going to follow as some impact passing through the exit of 3 over into turn number 4. Looks like everybody's spread themselves out single file. Meanwhile, next gen Superbike field over through turn number 2 into 3 themselves. Pretty much single file with the sound of singles right there behind them. Meanwhile, sound of thunder bikes all the way over to turn number 5 into 6 and 7. Waiting for them to come back around in just a moment when we can get the running order. I want to take a moment to remind everybody, as I forgot to do this before we started racing, please take a moment to make sure that your transponders are on your bikes and that all the lights are blinking as they should. Please make sure you got your transponders on your bikes before you go out for your racing activities. Out of turn number 9 on the front straightaway. Looks like it's going to be a 2-1-2. Israel Gillette leading the field. He got a great start. About 20 bike lengths separate he in second place. Rider 329, Matthew Crabtree, that is 22A. Mark 10 rounding out your top 3. 38A. Arnold Hastings back there in 4th, and 1A Clint Austin rounding out your top 5 as the field gets up to speed and settling into their pace. 6th overall at the moment is 942 Josh Baird. 7th is 987 Kevin Burnett. 660 John Belbach back there at 8th at 702X. Steve Trebugan back there at 9th with 61K. Kyle Anderson rounding out your top 10 as Gillette continues to show the fast way around the field with Crabtree 10 and Hastings in tow. 212, Israel Gillette continues his domination in this race as he stretches out his lead with bike number 22A, Mark 10, and 329, Matthew Crabtree rounding out your top 3. Arnold Hastings on 38A back there 4th, and 1A Clint Austin still holding on to the 5th place position as the field starting to spread out in single file here, working their way around the track. Looks like 212 Israel Gillette has almost a full front straightaway lead over that second place rider, 22A Mark 10, then 329 to Matthew Crabtree, and 39A Arnold Hastings rounding out your top 4 with 1A Clint Austin back there in that 5th place position. Gillette looks like he might be running into some lap traffic here, or encountering some lap traffic. We're going to see if that's going to check him up. And he is 10 and Crabtree right there pushing each other hard for that second step of the podium with Hastings and Austin in tow as the rest of the field thunders around that front straightaway. the front straightaway as he's working his way around some of the lap traffic as he's diving into turn number 1. Then it's going to be 22A Mark 10 and 329 Matthew Crabtree picking their way through some lap riders themselves with 38A Arnold Hastings and 1A Clint Austin rounding out your top 5 as the halfway flags route, letting the field know they've got 4 done and 4 left to go. Out through the paddock with the halfway flags out of this one. Let's go. First call for race number 3. 350 GP Sportsman 350 and Novice Historic Production Heavyweight. You folks will be up here in just a moment. It is first call for race number 3. 350 GP Sportsman 350 and Novice Historic Production Heavyweight. First call for race number 3. First call. Out front, looks like the race leader, 212, Israel Gillette, is still holding on to the lead, but Crabtree and 10 pushing each other hard, chipping away at that lead. Looks like it was back down to about a quarter of front straightaway as Gillette's having to pick his way through the back markers, and that's allowed Crabtree and 10 to close in on him a little bit. Looks like Crabtree and 10, Matthew Crabtree on 329 was able to use some of that lap traffic to his advantage as he puts himself up on the second step of the podium with bike number 22A, Mark 10, right there behind him. So those guys are having an epic battle themselves for that second step on the podium. Then it's 38A, Arnold Hastings in 4th, and 1A, Clint Austin still rounding out your top 5. Bike number 702X, Steve Trebuchet back there in 6th with 942, Joshua Baird in 7th. 660, John Beldock is in that 8th place position. 901, Sean Beas is running in the 9th place position. And rounding out your top 10, it's 987, Kevin Burnett, as Gillette continues to lead this one over the back section of the track. Crabtree is within striking distance of Gillette, is about 15 to 20 mics separated those two down that front straightaway with 22A, Mark 10. Still just a couple of bike lengths adrift of Crabtree, so a battle shaping up here between the top 3 as they continue to pick their way around some of the slower riders. Gillette still holding about a 20 bike length lead as the field dives over to turn number 4 and out through into turn number 5. Crabtree putting his head down, trying to reel in Gillette as white flags should be coming out this next time by, with Mark 10 just 2 bike lengths adrift of Crabtree's tail section as they disappear out of sight over to turn number 6 and 7. Comes your top 3 out of turn number 9. It's going to be Gillette, Crabtree, and 10 dropping back just a little bit, but still right there on that 3rd step of the podium. So Crabtree trying to work the grab on Gillette, closes within about 7 bike lengths of him as they work their way through turns number 1 over into 2. With the white flag out on this one, let's go. Second call for race number 3, 300 GP. 300 Sportsman 350, and next Novice Historic Production Heavyweight. Again, it's second call for race number 3, 350 GP Sportsman 350 and Novice Historic Production Heavyweight. Second call for race number 3. Out of turn number 5 over into turn number 6. Crabtree's right there behind Gillette as they're coming up on this lower rider as they disappear out of sight over to turn number 6 into 7. Crabtree not giving up on this one as he kept chipping away at Gillette's lead, and now definitely within striking distance as 22A, Mark 10 right there behind him in that 3rd place position as that trio works their way out of 7 over through 8 into waiting to come into turn number 9. Here they come out of turn number 9 out front. It looks like Gillette has held on to the lead as they rocket down the front straightaway. So give the unofficial win to 212 Israel Gillette, 329 29, Matthew Crabtree in 22A, Mark 10, rounding out your top 10 as those guys had a great battle for the lead in this one.
Nomination